this summer.
There are situations in which an animal will lay down and they will give up. Because that, honestly, is their better escape from this reality.
And that's why we can't give up. And why we need you right this minute. We've been giving animals new beginnings for 160 years. But there are more animals who need us right now.
Do you know of anybody that's ever gone to Burning Man?
Will help an animal who may not survive much longer. We need 3,000 new donors in the next 30 days. Join with your monthly gift in the next 5 minutes.
Have you?
And we'll send you
Yeah,
this
the
welcome
people I
kit
know
and this adorable plush doll.
seem to be kind of
We know
extreme.
it's our responsibility
And I wondered if that was really true or if it's just
to give them
by
that
chance.
water, to give them
James
that
Jacobs' first wife
chance to survive.
So
goes and takes this whole
don't
vehicle.
wait another second. Help rescue an animal today. Go online, call, or scan right now.
I don't know how sure about that extreme.
I don't even know what it is.
They go out in the middle of the desert. People dress like aliens and stuff, and they have really weird, when I say cars, they don't look like the car. I don't know what the purpose is either. In a minute I'm gonna Google it because I don't know.
Relight's been amazing, encouraging the kids to do their chores.
It'd be like people to go to the Trek
Relight to get chores done, but it has
conventions.
led to so much
Those are kind of extreme. They would dress up and want to go in character.
$7 for 4 months. Music, podcast.
I mean, I can almost understand that. That's our whole. It's like believing in any of the Alice in Wonderland or.
Amazon Music Unlimited.
We're standing up for our right to be lazy.
Not literally, of course.
Some of those people go to such extremes to wear the same, to look just like
It's
that
the Lazy
person.
Boy 4th of July sale. Save up to 30% store-wide. Plus special financing available.
We've earned our lazy time. What she said.
That's
Shop
why
the
Galaxy
Lazy Boy
Quest
4th of
to me is
July
stuff
sale.
like
Lazy Boy. Long
it's
live
just
the
kind of the
lazy.
whole thing is a scoop on the whole Star Trek kind of stuff. See on that one? Remember. He's got this little gig in probably in somebody's garage, and in a couple hours I'll be back.
Remember the top FEMA official
And he's so drunk and
claimed he
hungover
once
that when they come to
teleported
pick
to
him
a
up and say,
Waffle House? The one who was
they
also in
put him
charge
in a
of
car
this country's disaster response? Well,
all
this
they
is
asked for was a
another
Coke.
FEMA
He
spokesperson
closed my eyes and
said
said, "I'm in the car," and then the
first
car
broke this story, but he
cleaned
reports
me
that
up.
he was asked to step away
And
from
they
the role
didn't
because of how the public
didn't
perceived
even
him,
realize that had happened.
according to a person familiar with the situation. In other words, people thought he was a quack. And to be fair,
Did you ever watch any of the Star Trek or any of those?
Might do that. For anyone who missed it, here's part of the
We
clip.
were like, oh,
which
X-Files,
CNN
did you watch those?
Some.
By the time I went to sleep. And I was like, I don't know why I'm watching this. Some of them were like, you could see that being. What's the guy's name that played that?
Listen, I love and appreciate a Waffle House as much as the next gal, especially around 2 a.m. You are going to claim the power of teleportation. Wouldn't you choose somewhere a little more exotic? I don't know, a lobster shack on the main coast. Would you mind if you were to a taco joint in San Diego? Somewhere with a little more pizzazz. No, I guess. So how did he get the job in the first place? He did not teleport there, no. He was tapped to head FEMA's Office of Response and Recovery last December by then Phillips had no experience managing emergency response, but he had spent decades working on disaster relief through nonprofits and religious organizations. And perhaps more importantly, for a role within this administration, he had a long history of election denialism. In 2016, he declared that evidence that millions of non-citizens voted in the presidential election, helping fuel the false claim
I watched a couple
that Donald
polls.
Trump won the popular
One
vote
just had
over
some
Hillary
straight
Clinton.
to
He did not.
the
And in the years leading up to
The
the
whole thing
2020
shifted. It
election,
was
Phillips
horrible.
continued promoting
And
conspiracy
never even get that
theories
straightened out.
through the organization True the Vote. Two people familiar with the matter told the Washington Post that new DHS Secretary Mark Wade Mullen is currently trying to steer the agency away from the sort of described Phillips to the Post as, quote, as an image issue with all the negative stories. So if you're keeping count, bye-bye Phillips, bye-bye Noam, bye-bye Corey Lewis, bye-bye Greg Welcome departures, yes, from much of the country, but still no word on whether policy-wise, all that has changed.
Ready?
Yeah.
You know, if you were casting for a movie, I don't know if you could find this many bad actors. Some people should have it. They got some kind of special talent. They can find them. And I wonder if all of them are in it because there's some kind of background, factor, you know. That either way. That can't believe it that much.
I know, like a Stephen King novel.
You know, I've read a lot of books, but there was a movie that I started to watch. I wasn't very far into it. I said, "Oh, I can't do this." Might have been Cujo, the bad dog.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched Cujo. I didn't want to see a dog go bad.
I didn't know what happened. You know, that I saw just the beginning of the dog kind of getting, going the wrong way. I said, "Oh, no." There's a couple of them that if I had to go back and watch them, I was afraid of them when I watched them a long time ago, years and years and years ago. Now you can find it. That scared me. Like Wizard of Oz. I was terrified of Wizard of Oz when I was young. But I always wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
But it had to be like, you know, in contact touching. One of my parents said, "Can I lay on your lap?" So
an unspecified medical condition. No one
I
has
love
seen
it.
him in months. Until now.
Ah.
This week, the New York Times reporter knocked on his door and
I didn't matter if I was
wearing a
scared.
suit at a time, no
It
less.
didn't matter if I was scared.
Joining us, New York Times reporter
that was
Tracy
great.
Tully, she actually saw him, and she spoke
And
with
we
him.
believed that.
Congratulations,
Slide.
yeah. So, what did he say? He was very brief. It was about 12 words long. Basically said hello. Said, I will talk to you next week. Nice to see you, which was interesting. Thanks and closed the door. Okay. Yeah, it was, you know, it wasn't a real extended chat, so it was 8:45 at night. But yeah, there was
Like
there was
10
something
months he's been
atypical
missing in
about
action.
his appearance.
A representative.
He was he answered the door. I'd seen him in the front room of his home, which is what prompted me to stop. And you know, his voice seemed kind of what as I remember it being. It seemed kind of air, as I recall. So there was nothing that I noticed that was obviously, you know, different. What's interesting is, I mean, people have knocked on his door before, but part of what's so mysterious about this is that it hadn't appeared that anybody was even at his house over this intervening time, right? Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell. But I've spent a fair amount of time for the last couple months. I live in the same county. I'm in an adjacent town, so it wasn't, you know, going back and forth to Trader Joe's. I would drive past his house and just check it out. And so, yeah, it didn't appear that there was much activity there. That's fair to say. I knocked a couple other times as well. This is particularly interesting right now because he is in the middle of a re-election campaign. He's got a Democratic challenger who is running, at least in part, on him just not being around to represent his constituents, missing over 100 votes. He is still running, and as I understand it, when he goes back next week, one of the first events he'll attend will be a fundraiser for his campaign.
That's what my reporting shows. There is one planned for Tuesday night, which is supposed to be his first day back in DC. Yeah, that's what I've seen as well.
Has the
On that
election
fundraiser,
been
elected description.
Yeah, even before this all took
Nobody
place, it
knew
was
where it was gonna be for trouble.
an extremely
How
difficult
can you keep
race
your job
for
if you never
election.
know?
Swing district, it's
Well,
one
how did you go? Right in my
It's
car.
been redistricted. A couple years
Some
ago,
of
which
these
is
people
why
just
they
are
were
not
lost
really good drivers.
to the Republicans.
Oh my.
But yeah, no, it was going to be an extremely tight race even before this all took place.
They would have more
We'll
room if
see
they
how
just did
this
it in the street,
affects
a white.
voters. Tracy Tully, New York Times reporter. Thank you so much
They all
for joining
come
us
down
today. I
here.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Katie.
Enjoy the Sit tight. The next hour, every moment is starts after a quick break.
Most smiles are prepared for simple ones, like scrapes and sniffles. What about for your
I should have kept a couple of them.
the #1 doctor
Got a
recommended
headache?
personal EKG that lets you check your heart from home the moment you feel something. Know
No,
what's going on with your heart with cardio.
I think I just have a lot of muscles that are, and that might work. I know that the others anti-inflammatory in my hands are still swollen, you know.
Electrical activity of your heart from an FDA-cleared EKG.
I don't know what Tylenol does as much as I do most, I know I'm not so safe on but I'm not taking my blood
Cardio
thinner.
is the #1 doctor-recommended personal EKG. Plus, it's the most affordable EKG you can get without a prescription at a fraction of the cost of a smartwatch. When it comes to your heart, timing matters. Keep it here. Put cardio
You know, people
on
go
your
to
voice and
the
have
gym
it
to get on the
Peace of
stairs,
mind
right?
anytime. Get
You know,
cardio
you step up the stairs, down the
for
stairs.
$69 at cardio.com.
I feel like I've just done that with my ladders the last night. I don't know, like, I don't want to get on there. It's horrible. I gotta. But I can feel them getting stronger, and even my butt, I think I had to have lost an inch or two off my butt. I had to, because it's all.
Building on my progress without starting over. Weight gain and
And I
other
started
potential
to
side
do
effects from alcohol.
this.
Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Call your doctor about new or sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks. Report injured stiff muscles, may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol, diabetes, asthma, blood sugar, common side effects are sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, dry mouth, feeling tired, and diarrhea. Common side effects.
Ask your doctor about Caplyta.
Hold on for a minute. You stay here and don't call them at your business.
For all visitors at the door,
Hold that.